First and foremost, welcome to the Regina Airport. What a great day to be sharing with our friends and partners from the city of Moose Jaw. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that the Regina International Airport is located on Treaty 4 land and the traditional territory of the Anishinaabeg, the Nehiyawak, the Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota peoples, and the original homeland of the Métis. This is nearly a full room today, and we are joined by many dignitaries, which I will name a few. First and foremost, our partners from the province of Saskatchewan, from Waccamaw, MLA Greg Lawrence, and MLA Tim McLeod. Thank you, Tim. And may I ask the dog's name as well? Oliver. Oliver's joining us as well. Thank you. And in addition, we of course have Mayor Tolley. Thank you, Clive. Excellent. And we have Moose Jaw Councillor Doug Blanc. Where's Doug? Hey, Doug, how you doing? In addition, we are joined by our first in history Moose Jaw Board Chair for the Regina Airport, Miss Trish Martinook. Thank you, Trish. Now, you're probably wondering why Moose Jaw is having an event here at the Regina Airport. Well, the Regina Airport is Moose Jaw's airport. In fact, we serve a catchment area of over 500,000 people here in the beautiful province of Saskatchewan. As one of the largest population centers outside of Regina, Moose Jaw is critical to the economy of this airport and also how we contribute to Moose Jaw's economy. So it's a symbiotic relationship and one that we're very proud of. And I want to thank our partners at Moose Jaw for considering hosting this awesome event here today. Now, I did allude to our board chair having lived in Moose Jaw, but she lives there today. And I'd like her to share a brief story about her own experience on how she got a life. Trish, I'll ask you to come up to the podium. Thank you.
I just want to say, first of all, good morning, everyone. As James has told you, I'm chair of the board of directors for the Regina Airport Authority. And I'd just like to welcome all of you here today to, I guess, take part in this Get a Life campaign. I love it, personally. I could probably go on all day talking about this wonderful airport, but we're here today to talk about Moose Jaw. I do have to say, though, that after the past couple of years, the financial crisis that we faced as an airport, I was thrilled that I could barely find a parking place in that parking lot today. That was wonderful. So I think one of the very first things you're going to notice when you come to Moose Jaw is that, I know it's a cliche, but people really are friendly. I moved to Moose Jaw over 40 years ago from Toronto, and so I have to say it was a bit of a culture shock to stand in line at a grocery store and have people actually smile at me and make small talk. That just never happened. It doesn't happen in Toronto. Sorry, Toronto. So I am not going to tell you about all the wonderful amenities the city has. I'm sure Mayor Tolley is going to fill you in on those. But I am going to tell you that you probably couldn't find a better community to raise a family, go to work, get involved in community, lots of opportunities for volunteering. I'm a passionate advocate for the city of Moose Jaw. I love it there, and I'm just so proud to call it home. So, on a personal level, we're fortunate to have so many wonderful facilities for children. Children and adults, but I was raising children in an area that was safe, great educational facilities, fantastic recreational facilities for all of the extracurricular activities. From our beautifully restored heritage buildings, gorgeous outdoor green spaces, notoriously unique and colorful history, to our modern day recreational facilities, arts, culture, entertainment, and thriving business community. There's nothing, absolutely nothing, that a bigger city could offer me that I don't have right here at home in Moose Jaw. So, yeah. unlike larger cities too, this was a huge thing for me. You can get anywhere you want to get to in Moose Jaw in about 5 or 10 minutes. You know, that doesn't seem like a big thing, but it's a big deal. When you're running kids around to soccer and hockey and baseball and you're trying to get yourself to work, it's a big deal. So I guess the greatest gift that Moose Jaw's given me is literally the gift of time. I used to spend close to 2 hours a day commuting back and forth just to get to work and home. An hour to go anywhere, to go out to eat, mostly sitting in traffic. So to have all of this extra time now on my hands, I get to spend it in my community, enjoying all the beautiful green space, going to entertainment events, just spending more time with my family, my grandkids. And I have to throw in this plug, I'm sorry. Not only that, but I can travel pretty much anywhere in the world that I want to go by just coming to this wonderful airport. And it is our airport. So I'll close. If you're searching for an employment opportunity, a great place for an education, a business opportunity, or you're just ready for a change like I was, search no more. Do yourself a favor, a great service actually. Come to Moose Jaw, where I promise you, you can get a life. I did. The best life I ever could have asked for. So move to Moose Jaw.
We didn't even prep Trish, and she nailed it. Thank you, fellas. My name is Craig Hemingway. I'm the communications manager for the city of Moose Jaw, and really one of the great parts of my job is being part of our economic development team. And you know, we started thinking about something to do last year. You know, as our council, that in discussions with them and planning and trying to promote our city in a place where people can work from anywhere. And we thought, well, okay, we need to put something together. And that's not unique because every city in the world is doing the same thing. They're trying to promote their city as the place to be. But we just thought we wanted to put our own notorious spin on it, and I think we're able to do that with what we're seeing here today. So I do want to welcome so many of our city partners that are here today, and of course we of course acknowledged our guests and Mayor Tolley and Councillor Blanc. We thank them. City Manager Jim Pufalt is here. We've also got our manager of economic development, Jim Dixon, and Michelle Sanson and Marnie Loney, all from our economic development team that are here today. Thanks again to Trish Martinick for being here. Board members of the Moose Jaw District Chamber of Commerce. Fellas, wave your hand. Thank you for being here today. Jackie Mason, the team from Tourism Moose Jaw is here today. We've got Stephanie Palmer and Delise Hector and the crew from Moose Jaw Multicultural Council and our Newcomers Welcome Center. And we have to thank them so much for the work that they have done on our city's website to pull together the content that people need to see when they read about Moose Jaw and want to come to Moose Jaw and find out more, whether they're a newcomer from another country or somebody from another province. They did the legwork to get that content up, so we thank them for their partnership in that for sure. Steve, a friend from the Downtown Moose Jaw Association, thank you for being here today, sir. You live in Regina, don't you? Yeah. See if we can change that. David Wood is the chair of Visit Moose Jaw, and we thank David for being here today as well. And again, of course, thanks to Justin and Mandy, the entire YQR team, for hearing this idea and not saying, we don't think so. It was completely the opposite. They got excited, and James was excited, and we can't thank you enough. And of course, we thank the Tunnels of Moose Jaw for supplying some muscle, I guess. Not that we need it here today, but we thank you for being a part of, this is part of what Moose Jaw is, and so we thank you for being here. So, after saying all of that, to extol the virtues of Moose Jaw even more, please welcome His Worship, Mayor Clive Tolley.
Thank you very much, Craig. I love this. We're preaching to the choir. Craig, he gave me quite an extensive list of things to talk about here, and I certainly will get to them, but I'll just talk a bit about my own experience and the experience of most people from small cities in Saskatchewan. You can't wait to get out of the city. You graduate high school and you go to Calgary, or you go to Vancouver, or you go to Toronto, or somewhere else in the world, and you try life out there. And I did that, like many, many people of my generation. And as a result, I thought Moose Jaw is the best place to be, so I came back, of course. And why is it the best place to be? You can get more house for your money. If you decide to rent, the rental market's still quite reasonable. You've got a lot more time. Tricia alluded to 5 to 10 minutes. We're saying a maximum 15 minutes anywhere in Moose Jaw. My sister lived too far away on the South Hill, so I wouldn't go and see her. You can get a job. We have jobs available in Moose Jaw as we speak. The Thunder Creek Pork Plant is about 30 people short currently, and when they open their new converted beef plant into a pork facility later this year, early next year, there's going to be between 70 and 100 jobs there. And of course, this afternoon, if you go to Moose Jaw this afternoon, between 3 and 6:30 p.m., at the site of the Brand Industries new trailer manufacturing facility, there's a job fair. So you can actually go to Moose Jaw today, go to a job fair, get a job, rent an apartment, and be there in no time at all, which I think is very exciting. We've got the Moose Jaw Multicultural Organization that's helping people settle that are coming from other countries and other type of situations. We've had a few Ukrainian people come, but we're truly an international city and culturally diverse. We've got people arriving from all parts of the world, and we welcome them. There's space. You can get a good education. You can get entertained. I'll tell you about my day yesterday. I had a normal work day, and in the evening at the Mosaic Place, we had a concert, and the rock group Shinedown was the main attraction. And I am still kind of reverberating from that show last night. It was absolutely fantastic. So I got on my bike after work and I rode 5 minutes from my home to the Mosaic Place, and I saw world-class entertainment. And then I got back on my bike and I rode home, and I'm here this morning. This evening, I'll go to the Moose Jaw Millers game at Roswell's Ballpark, which happens to be very close walking distance from my home. And I'm going to participate in the opening ceremonies there because the Moose Jaw team has won the provincial Little League Championship, and we'll be going to the Canadian Little League Championships. That'll be very exciting for all of us and for them. And of course, our Moose Jaw girls under 17 ice softball team just won the provincial championship, and we'll be going to nationals in Montreal. So, and then tomorrow will be a normal work day, but I'll sneak out early and I'll go golfing. And it's going to be about 5 minutes to get from my office to the golf course. So you don't waste your time in traffic in Moose Jaw. We hope that there's going to be more traffic, of course, as more people come to join us. But we're confident that you're going to enjoy your quality of life in Moose Jaw much more than many other places in this world. So again, 5 minutes to most places, 15 at the outside. Friendly people, as Trish talked about. We're welcoming everybody to get a life in Canada's most notorious city, Moose Jaw. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Tolley. Work from anywhere, of course, has become more important over the last couple of years, and certainly Moose Jaw is as well connected as any city in Western Canada, which is one of our many benefits. And we're really proud to have so many great people, great business people in Moose Jaw that can work from anywhere but choose to make Moose Jaw their place, including Jessica McNaughton, one of our most prominent entrepreneurs in the province. She does it from Moose Jaw, and she's here to tell us a little bit about that. Jessica?
Prominent, I like that. Hello, everyone. I'm Jessica McNaughton. I'm the CEO and founder of Memory Keeper Technologies, and I'm a very proud Moose Jaw resident. So I was thinking as I was driving, my quick drive, actually, less time to get to this airport than I did in commute when I lived in Tokyo or in Calgary, about the reasons and I was flooded with reasons why moving back to Saskatchewan, which I did about 10 years ago, was the best thing I did. Similar to the mayor, I left when I was 17, I couldn't wait to get out of here. And I left and I lived abroad and I lived in a lot of other places in Canada, and it did allow me to gain the appreciation of coming home. And it was probably the best decision I've made for myself and for my family. So I narrowed it down to 5 reasons. Surprising, the first will be time. Yes, even when I settled and I had kids, I lived in Calgary, I drive an hour to work, I drive an hour home, and then we get in the car and we drive an hour to the other side of the city to play sports. Volunteer, I was quite active in Calgary, I had a good life there, but I had a lot of time in the car, and on average, I figure I've gained about 2.5 hours a day moving to Moose Jaw. And what that does isn't just time, it's all the things you get to fill the time with. And one of the things I've been able to fill my time with is community. And I was very involved in Calgary. I was a very active participant in the community, volunteered a lot, kids in sports, I was top 40 under 40, tons of stuff going on. I can say I have not felt that deep sense of community that I feel in Moose Jaw. Getting involved, helping out, and feeling on the flip side this reverse of a community that's helping you. Which leads me to my third point, which is becoming an entrepreneur in a city that was built on entrepreneurs is remarkable. I feel there's not a better place in the world that I could have had this experience and could grow my company. Between the talent that I have access to, we're just good people, strong, hardworking, ethical individuals, but also the community that's been built on entrepreneurs supports entrepreneurs. I've got incredible mentorship, support, and even just from a user base for my company, a great amount of support in the city. So that leads me to number 4, which is the cost of living, mentioned as well. But that cost of living did a couple things for me. It allowed me to get mortgage free really early, pay off all my debt, have savings, and that gave me the freedom to not only start my business, but also have a little bit of flex, because you don't necessarily make a ton of money when you start a business at first, to be able to keep a standard of living for myself and my family while still investing in something that I'm passionate about and I'm building. And so that leads me to the final, which is the people. So the people, whether it's the people I've hired, the people who are supporting my product, the people who support my family, the people who pick up my kids, because maybe I still am in a meeting every now and again and take them from one sporting event to another. This city and moving home has been an incredible investment in me being able to live the life I want to live, build the business I want to build, and have the relationships I want to have. So I say for those 5 reasons, it's time, it is your community and the deep roots in the community, entrepreneurial spirit and support, the cost of living that enables you to do all these other things with the time you have, and the people itself are the 5 reasons that I say, get a life, move to Moose Jaw.